Marriage gifts are meaningless without the sweet bread known as the bowl, just as a party or a feast loses its charm without bread. So the writer says, without this sweet bread known as bowl, without this, even it is marriage or feast, it is meaningless. There is no charm without the sweet bread called bowl. Not enough can be said to show how important a baker can be for a village. And if it is important for marriage party or feast, the bowl, the sweet bread bowl is important. In that manner, you can imagine how important role this baker plays in Goa at that particular time. The lady of the house must prepare sandwiches on the occasion of her daughter's engagement. And daughter's engagement, it is the mother would make sandwiches. Cakes and bolinas are a must for Christmas as well as other festivals. Cakes and bolinas, sweet cakes, are must for Christmas time as well as the other festivals. Thus, the presence of the baker's furnace in the village is absolutely essential. It is really essential. Which one? The furnace. The furnaces of the bakers. The baker or bread seller of those days had a peculiar dress. Peculiar means quite weird, quite strange kind of dress. Peculiar. So baker or bread seller of those days had a peculiar dress known as kabai. Okay, how does it look? It was a single piece long frock. Okay, long frock type dress. Single piece long frock reaching down to the knees, and it reaches to the knees. In our childhood, we saw bakers wearing a shirt and trousers which were shorter than full length ones. Okay, but their time, what the bakers were wearing, they were wearing a shirt and a small trouser which were shorter than full length. Okay, it reaches to knee height. Full length one and longer than half pants, a bit longer than half pants. Even today, anyone who wears a half pant which reaches just below the knees invites the comment that he is dressed like a pedder. Okay, dressed like a baker. If anybody found wearing a half pant that reaches below the knee, then people used to comment that it is just like a pedder's dress. The baker usually collected his bills at the end of the month. Throughout the month, he used to give to the customers, and at the end of the month, he used to go door by door and collect the bill. Monthly accounts used to be recorded on some wall in pencil, and nowadays we are recording in any notebook, but that time they were recording or keeping a record on the wall. Baking was indeed a profitable profession in old age. In that particular time, it was very profitable profession because either it is party or feast, sweet cakes are must. So it was a profitable job in that time. The baker and his family never starved because it is profitable job all the way it is sold. So the bakers and the family never starves, never go hungry. He, his family and his servants always looked happy and prosperous, and they looked always happy and progressive, prosperous, wealthy. They are plump physics. Plum, quite fatty. Their plum physics was an open testimony of this, that they never go hungry. How the people used to know that they are healthy enough, fatty enough. Even today, any person with a jackfruit-like physical appearance, quite fatty. So even today, any person with a jackfruit-like physical appearance is easily compared to a baker. If somebody is looking that fatty, then people used to compare him or her with the baker. That is the chapter we have discussed about a baker from Goa. Now let's discuss about another part of this chapter. This is about Coorg. Coorg is coffee country and famous for its rainforest and spices. Okay, so where it is located? Midway between Mysore and the coastal town of Mangalore. Okay, so it is between Mangalore and Mysore. Okay, so midway between Mysore and the coastal town of Mangalore sits a piece of heaven that must have drifted from the kingdom of God. And the writer has stated that this particular place, Coorg, has been drifted from the kingdom of God, heaven. From heaven it has drifted down to the earth. And where it is located? Between Mysore and Mangalore. This land of rolling hills is inhabited by a proud race of martial men. Martial men, strong men. The people who live there are really strong. Strong men and beautiful women and wild creatures. Okay, so if you visit Coorg, then you would find strong men and beautiful women and beautiful creatures. Coorg or Kodagu, it is also called Kodagu. So Coorg or Kodagu, the smallest district of Karnataka. Coorg is the smallest district of Karnataka, is home to evergreen rainforest, and there one can find a lot of rainforest. So home to evergreen rainforest, spices and coffee plants. Spices also it is used, even Gujarat is known for it, and coffee plantations there in Coorg. Evergreen rainforest cover 30% of the district. Okay, so 30% of the district covered by the rainforest. During the monsoons, it pours enough to keep many visitors away. So you know that Coorg is a visiting place, famous place to visit, and during monsoon, during this season, rainy season, it keeps the visitors away. Quite dangerous to visit in this particular time. The season of joy commences and starts. The season of joy commences from September and continues till March. So at what time we should visit? Between September to March. That is the favorable time to visit Coorg after rainy season. So the weather is perfect with some showers thrown in for good measure. That time one can notice the shower of rain, and the air breathes of invigorating coffee. Invigorating means giving strength, and that time that shower of rain that gives strength to the coffee growing plants. Coffee estates and colonial bungalows stand tucked means placed under the canopies in prime corners. Canopies means covers. So there one can notice the bungalows, colonial bungalows at that particular place, tucked under the canopies in prime corners. It's covers with. The fiercely independent people of Coorg are. Fiercely means write down great. The fiercely independent people of Coorg are possibly of Greek or Arabic descent. Descent means ancestor. Okay, so the people who are living in Coorg, they might be from Greek or Arabic ancestor. As one story goes, a part of Alexander's army moved south along the coast, and that time it is told, the people of Coorg usually tell about this particular story, that the Alexander's army moved south along the coast and settled here when return became impractical. Returning back was really impossible at that particular time, so Alexander's army stopped there. These people married amongst the locals, and the people, the Alexander's army, they trapped there, they had to stay there, and they married to the local women. And their culture is apparently means clearly, and their culture is apparently in the martial traditions, and that started the martial tradition. Marriage and religious rites, so holy ceremony, religious rites, which are distinct means separated from the Hindu mainstream. Mainstream means tradition, and that created difference between the Hindu tradition and the tradition of Coorg people. The theory of Arab region draws support from the long black coat with an embroidered waist belt worn by the Kodavas. So these people are known as Kodavas, and they used to wear what? Long black coat, and that is embroidery work has been done over there with a waist belt worn by the Kodavas, like the picture given here on page number 90, known as kupia. That dress is known as kupia. It resembles the kufia worn by the Arabs and the Kurds. Okay, this kind of dress are worn by Arabian country people. Coorgi homes have a tradition of hospitality, showing hospitality to the visitors. Okay, Coorgi homes have a tradition of hospitality, and they are more than willing to recount numerous tales of valor. Valor means bravery. So if you visit that, the people of Coorg will tell you many stories of bravery related to their sons and fathers, and that story related to their sons and fathers. The Coorg regiment is one of the most decorated in Indian Army. In Indian Army also there is the regiment, Coorg regiment, and that is the most decorated regiment. And the first chief of the Indian Army, General Cariappa, of that regiment. The first chief of the Indian Army, General Cariappa, was a Coorgi, and that person was from Coorg, was a Coorgi. Even now, Kodavas are the only people in India permitted to carry firearms without a license. Even the people of Coorg, okay, people of even now the Kodavas are allowed, permitted to keep gun or firearms without license. If we keep, we have to show license. Okay, but they are permitted without license. The river Kaveri obtains its water from the hills and forest of Kurg. Okay, the river Kaveri gets its water from where? From the hills of Kurg. Mahasir, a large freshwater fish. Okay, this one, Mahasir, a large freshwater fish. Abound. Abound means found or lives in the waters, in that water. Okay, where? Kaveri, river Kaveri. Kingfishers dive for their catch, and there you can notice the kingfishers. Okay, they dive. The birds kingfishers dive for their catch, while squirrels and langurs drop partially eaten fruit for the mischief of enjoying the splash and the ripple. Write down splash and the ripple means rising of waves. Okay, and they jump like here to there, just like they are playing or finding their food. So enjoying the splash and the ripple effect in the clear water, there they jump, the creatures. Elephants enjoy being bathed and scrubbed in the river by their manhods, by their masters. The elephants are being washed. The most laid back means at peace. The most laid back individuals become converts. Converts means who change to the life of high energy adventure with river rafting. Okay, and these people, the people of Kurg, they enjoy river rafting, canoeing, rappelling, rock climbing, and mountain biking. These are the famous activity in that particular place. Numerous walking trails in this region are of favorite with trekkers. Okay, so trails means paths created by walking. When you walk on a particular place, then you would notice a path created. Okay, so numerous walking trails in this region are of favorite with trekkers. There are many trekkers visit to the particular hill town, hill city or district. Birds, bees, and butterflies are there to give you company. Okay, if you go there to Kurg, so these are the creature would give you company, and how beautiful it would like butterflies nearby you. So birds, bees, and butterflies are there to give you company. Macacus, monkeys, kind of monkeys. Okay, macacus, Malabar squirrels, langurs, and slender lories. Slender lories, kind of monkey only. Slender lories keep a watchful eye from the tree canopy. From the tree, they would keep a watchful eye on you. I do, however, prefer to step aside for wild elephants. Okay, so what I do, prefer to step aside, to stay away from these wild animals like elephant. The climb to the Brahmagiri hills. Okay, when you climb to the Brahmagiri hills, brings you into a panoramic view. Panoramic view, view of the whole area. You take panoramic pictures, photos. So it will brings you into a panoramic view of the entire misty landscape. Misty, fog everywhere, fog. So entire misty landscape of Kurg. A walk across the rope bridge leads to the 64-acre island of Nisargdham. Okay, there the rope bridge is there. By passing that rope bridge, you will reach to the 64-acre island of Nisargdham. running into Buddhist monks from India's largest Tibetan settlement. Okay, so there they have settled. Who are the Tibetans? At nearby Bailaku is a bonus, and there it is a bonus living over there. The monks in red ochre color and yellow robes means dress, are amongst the many surprises that wait to be discovered by visitors searching for the heart and soul of India right here in Coorg. So the visitors, where they visit to find the beauty of India, the soul of India, and that is the heart and soul of India right here in Coorg. Okay, the most beautiful place of India, that is Coorg. Okay.